Hello and welcome to Popcorn TV USA, your weekly roundup of the biggest US headlines. I'm Emma. This week, federal worker layoffs, trade tensions with China, National Guard deployments, a high-profile indictment in New York, and the ongoing government shutdown standoff. Let's dive in. News 1. Federal worker layoffs begin. The first major story this week. The Trump administration has begun firing thousands of federal workers as the government shutdown stretches on. According to the White House's Office of Management and Budget, the reduction in force process is underway, affecting agencies across the country. Unions and workers have responded with lawsuits, arguing the firings are unlawful or politically motivated. Many of those let go work in Democrat-leaning areas, according to statements from the administration. This move is seen in part as leverage in the ongoing funding fight in Congress. On the ground, the impact is real. Employees scrambling for alternatives, agencies reduced in staff, essential services stretched thin. News 2. Trade tensions with China escalate. Next up, trade. President Trump has threatened to double tariffs on Chinese goods, announcing a 100% tariff increase in retaliation over Chinese restrictions on rare earth exports. Markets reacted sharply. Stocks slid as investors weighed the risks of a renewed trade war. Some US companies reliant on Chinese supply chains warned of rising costs and disruptions. Meanwhile, Beijing reiterated its resolve to push back against such tariff threats, setting the stage for further escalation. Trade watchers say the stakes are high. Rare earths are critical for electronics, defense, and advanced technologies, making this not just a tariff fight but a strategic battle. News 3. National Guard deployments and legal pushback. The third story, the federal deployment of National Guard troops in US cities has triggered legal challenges and political fire. Trump has floated invoking the Insurrection Act to expand military involvement in Democrat-led cities after a judge blocked a National Guard deployment in Portland. In Illinois, a court temporarily blocked troop deployment to Chicago, citing no immediate threat of insurrection. Meanwhile, in Oregon, legal debates rage over whether federal troops can override state authority. The administration argues these measures are necessary to enforce law and order, while critics see an overreach of executive power and constitutional danger. News 4. Indictment of New York Attorney General Letitia James. The fourth major story. New York Attorney General Letitia James has been indicted on charges of bank fraud and making false statements. The indictment comes from a federal grand jury aligned with a recently confirmed US attorney in New York, a move James and her supporters say is blatant political retaliation. James has strongly denied wrongdoing, calling the case a weaponization of the justice system. The case has drawn sharp criticism across the legal community and from civil rights groups, who warn of a chilling effect on public accountability. Observers view this as part of a broader pattern of targeting state officials perceived as political adversaries. News 5. Ongoing government shutdown standoff. Our final story, the government shutdown continues unabated, with both sides dug in. Democrats insist any funding bill must include key protections and subsidies, particularly for healthcare under the ACA. Republicans, meanwhile, have refused to concede, threatening further layoffs if Democrats don't yield. Essential services are suffering. Air traffic controllers face staffing shortages. Social safety net programs are under strain, and federal employees are in limbo. Negotiations have stalled repeatedly, and now the political atmosphere is only growing more poisonous. So that was your Popcorn TV USA week in review. 5 stories that are shaping the moment: mass federal layoffs, China trade showdown, National Guard controversy, the AG indictment, and the ongoing shutdown. Looking ahead, will Congress break the impasse and restore funding? Can trade with China be cooled without further escalation? How will courts rule on the use of federal troops in cities? What's next for now AG Letitia James under legal siege? We'll be watching, and we'll bring it to you next week. If you liked this video, be sure to hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our weekly news roundups. Thanks for watching Popcorn TV USA. See you next time.